What's going on, YouTube? This is John from the Unhinged Zombie Hunter again, bringing you another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile from Yu-Gi Mark 18 again.
What up, guys?
We're still uploading the other deck profile we just did, but Yu-Gi Mark 18 thought you would like to see his pure Goki build, the way he has built it. But the extra deck has a few twists, but without further ado, Yu-Gi Mark will let you take us through the deck.
Yep. Alright. I've played 3 Goki Bear Hugs. Just because there are new Goki cards out, they help a ton, they're there for a ton.
Well, they've been out for a while though, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Now it's the normal setup. The 3 Super X's, because they sit there, they help you search, they help you summon monsters to spam your board. So you sit there and go, oh yeah, I have one in hand, summon one. Oh look, I have a Rai Scorpion in hand, bam, he's out, straight into a Link 2. You get your 2 searches back. Goki rematch, they come back. You use a heal logo, bring your card back. So yeah. Then there's the 3 Rai Scorpios, which all help. And so yeah. Then there's the 2 Octo Stretchers that I play, because they're hilarious and it helps a ton with your deck.
Plus, there's one other thing you should, if there are any of you beginning Goki players out there, Goki Octo Stretch, if it's in your hand and your opponent's got a powerful attacking monster, send this card to the graveyard, you cut that damage in half.
Alright, then there's Ring Trainer. He helps out a bunch. You play 1 for 1, you ditch your card, get him to the field. If you ditch a card that searches, you go bam into your search, get the search out. Hopefully you choose the right card, because if you are playing Gokis, as John said, this would help you a ton if you play 1 for 1. Bang, say you got rid of Super X, get rematch on Super X. If you've got 2 Goki monsters out in a graveyard, bring them back, bam them into a Link 3 with a new card out like that, or Octo Stretch, or anything else, and then go through like that and have some fun. Right, then there's Moon Soul, Goki Moon Soul. He's there, you reveal him, target a Goki, get rid of that Goki back to hand, he comes out on field, and then it's like an onboard helper.
One thing before I forget. One thing to note though, Moon Soul cannot do it to himself. He cannot physically bounce himself back to your hand. So, any of you who didn't know that, Joe from Zephyr War Games has pointed this out to many people who have ever played Gokis. Moon Soul cannot bounce himself back. It's a thing. It's one of those.
Alright, and then going into another 2 Gokis. I forgot their name.
Goki Tag Team Partner. This card is mentally funny. I'm not actually going to lie about that.
Right. Now going back, there's the 3 Headbats. We all know, we all use, we all help. So if you play Tag Team Duels and you're playing 2 the same deck, or the same deck each,
then both players can get both searches.
Then you can just sit there, spam your board. Let your opponent spam his board. You ask him, can you help him? And you just go straight into your Link 3s, your Link 4s. Wait until this Link 5 comes out. That's going to be a vanilla re-night.
Yeah.
Really nice setup.
Which we have.
That's going straight on my Goki deck, because it's a hilarious card.
We have found out, though, through the Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck Building Manager, which I will leave you a link in the description to check that out on the Google App Store. If any of you have a smartphone with Google App, there is going to be a Link 5 coming out very soon, but we've got to wait for Konami to give the proper intel on it, so we'll wait until the intel has been dropped on it, so yeah.
Alright, now we're going to the 3 Twin Twist Cobras that we all use, we all know, we all help with. They basically, you ditch a Goki to grave and you attach it to another monster.
No, that's not its ability. Goki Twin Twist Cobra, if any of you don't know this, Twist Cobra sends one Goki monster from the field.
As I said, it ditches a card from field to grave.
And then doubles
it. Doubles the monster's attack. So say you had Great Ogre on the field, and you're sending like a 2400 beat stick to the graveyard.
Like Bear Hug, then
like Bear Hug, drop that straight on him and him. But your opponent is screwed.
Fair enough.
But that's enough for the monster lineup. Time for traps. Right, I run Solemn Warning, and just to go with it, Solemn Judgment.
So he basically runs 2 of the Solemn Brigade.
All I need to get now is Solemn Strike, and I'm sorted. But these two, you pay half your life points, you negate your opponent's card activation. You pay 2k, and you negate an opponent's card or spell or trap effect.
Or monster effect.
Alright.
The one compulsory recoil device.
Which I use, so you bounce your opponent's monster back to hand.
Sorry, emergency call device.
So you use that, you bounce the monster back to your opponent's hand and he dicks himself over with it.
One thing...
Now I'm playing Mirror Force and Quaking Mirror Force together.
Could I just
point...
point...
The simple reason of is Quaking Mirror Force has exactly what it says. It quakes, it flips your opponent's monster flip down in defence until the end of the duel.
Yep. Could I just point one thing
and then
out?
Mirror Force is just there to dick your opponent over for a free attack, so you just drop it straight on them.
Yep. One thing I will point out about the compulsory emergency recall device is it doesn't just affect your opponent, it affects your monsters as well. It actually affects both sides.
Actually,
it does.
That's where you're wrong, because I was speaking to Joe about that, and Joe said it only affects your opponent's side now.
Well, that's news to me, because I've also been told by Joe that you can bounce your own monster back. But moving on...
Negate attack, you come through, you say hello with it.
It just basically negates the battle phase, and that's it.
We'll deal with a Traveller. Right, now, this is a funny card, because I only just got this a couple of weeks ago, and I've been playing it. So, if you have monsters, spells, and traps in your hand, your opponent's got to guess which card's in your hand. And if he gets it wrong, that card's shuffled back into his deck. If he gets it right, the attack goes through. So it's always a good thing to play it, because you can sit there and dick your opponent over twice.
And in case you haven't already noticed, I do have one of those cards on my Blue Eyes Destruction deck, which I will leave a link in the description down below for you to recheck that video out, because that was a hilarious video I put up. But moving on.
I also play Magical Cylinders on the deck. I thought I'd finish with a trap lineup, I haven't. And Magical Cylinders is there to send the attack right back at your opponent and fuck them over.
Yep.
Right, now to spells. 3 Goki rematches. We all know it, we all use it.
We all love it.
You basically sit there, you have 2 Gokis in the graveyard, you have it in hand, you activate it, and then you sit there and say, well, I'm getting these 2 Gokis back. Oh, look, go back into a Link 2, get another 2 searches, ban out this Link 2, get the card out from your graveyard that you just used it with, bang it into a Link 3, get another search.
The only thing about Goki rematch is it only can be activated once per turn, so that is a bit of a drawback with that card.
Right. These cost me a hell of a lot of time and sweat to get to, but the 2 MSTs, one's in Shadow Rarity and the other one's in Super Rare, they help with what they say they are. They destroy one of your opponent's spell or trap card zones and fuck them over.
Exactly.
Right. I also play Dark Hole just for the shits and giggles of playing it to piss people off.
Yep.
You sit there, you throw that on field, you bomb your opponent's field, you bomb your own field, but you sit there, you take this destruction, you get all these searches back, start summoning out and spamming your field again, and you just start going through like that.
Very true.
The 1-for-1, as I said, it works with Octo Stretch and Ring Trainer. You send a level, whatever bloody level you want from hand to grave, and then it works.
Yeah.
Right. The one Signet Storm, which helps because this is the card that fucked up with me fucked up my opponent last time, because he sat there trying to attack me when I had a 7k beat stick on field and he destroyed his own life points and left himself at 100 and it killed him. The Monster Reborn, we all know it, we all use it now, we all love it.
And it's
the best card, it's the staple now, seeing as how it's just been unbanned. And if it gets off my hand...
One copy of Reinforcements of the Army.
So you get a level 4 or lower monster back to hand from your deck.
Well, it just searches you out any warrior type monster from your deck. So yeah.
So that's the spells and traps line up. Right. So extra deck time. So that's the fun time.
That is the main deck, folks.
Goki the Master Ogre. It does what it says. It's a link for it for. You sit there, you use it. It helps you get out with more link monsters and everything. But hey ho, it's been there. I'm still playtesting with it in a minute. Excuse me, I burped.
It's alright.
But it's getting there slowly with me using it. Oh, Great Ogre. We all know
Giant Ogre.
Giant Ogre. We all like him because he's a 3k beat stick.
And
you sit there, you help him, you do everything. Then you're bamming him out on the field, you're bamming out the Cynet Storm, and then you're bamming cards onto the back,
Yep.
so it all fills up your field spell.
One thing I should note for Giant Ogre, since if there are any of you beginning players out there, he can't be destroyed in battle. Plus, if he loses 500 attack points to a negated card effect, quick effect, he can buff himself up again by 500 attack points.
Yep, that's the best part about it. Right, Great Ogre. We all know him, we all use him, we all love him. He's the first card to come out with a deck, basically.
He basically reduces your monster's attack points by their defense points.
So say you have a 2500 to a 3k attack, your monster attacks at 0, mate. You're screwed.
No, if it's only with one, with a Blue Eyes. This is one thing I should know. With Great Ogre, if he's on the field, Blue Eyes has 2500 defense points and 3000 attack points. That difference will only leave Blue Eyes with 500 attack points. But if there are 2 Great Ogres on the field, that's it. Blue Eyes has no attack points, period.
Right, then there's Thunder Ogre. I'm only running one of him because I thought having 2 would make me brick a bit more. Having 3 would just sit there and be like, what the fuck have I done wrong? So, yeah. So, do not copy language, kids. It's never good, and you always get in trouble for it. I should know.
My warning still stands on this channel. Any child under the age of 18 or 10 must be supervised for this video or these channels, because the swear words, I do not wish to get demonetized, and I do not wish to have my channel taken down. This channel is only here for entertainment purposes only. Please remember that. Thank you. Yugi Mark, will you carry on with the deck?
Right, Ogre, as I said, he's a new one out. He's a lean 2. He brings your monsters back to the field.
Also, in case any of you didn't notice, the Giant Ogre and Heel Ogre came out in Cybernetic Horizons, so that really buffed this deck up badly.
Right, now that's that part sorted. Right,
now for the
This is the mucked up part. Underclock Taker. I've put him on there because it's a good card to use and it helps a bunch.
Yep.
Proxy Dragon, that's just there to help you get through your summons quicker and bang it out and do shit like that.
Yep.
Power Code, right. I've put Power Code Talker on my deck because of the simple reason of this. He's the quickest monster you can ever get into and sit there and start bamming out on your field and everything else.
And he's also vanilla because he was released in the new Power Code Structure deck, which was just released from the beginning of August. I will also make sure there is a link in the description down below to check out Lost Ark. The shop does have a lot of these cards coming in. Also, they get new booster pack content in almost every time when Konami has announced when it's going to be coming out. And yeah, there's that.
Alright guys, so yeah, that was the end of my deck profile. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. And if you want to carry on dueling, keep it going. But as always said, keep it going and have fun, guys.
So thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe if you are new. Leave a like, leave a comment. Remember, the deck doesn't make the duelist. You make yourself the best you can be and the best duelist you can be. So remember, folks, have fun and enter the rings. Goodbye.